In the movie, two teenagers, Woody and Nell, were introduced at the beginning. They are neighbors and childhood friends who attend the same school. Although they are not currently close, they rarely communicate. One night, while Woody was dancing in his room and playing loud music, Nell became enraged and yelled at him through her window to keep it down. She's trying to focus on her studies for her upcoming exams, but Woody keeps annoying his neighbor, ignoring her efforts. If she keeps insisting and he offers her a deal, he will turn off the music immediately if she flashes him. Nell is obviously angered, so she decides to shut her window. However, while she was shutting her window, her clothes got stuck and tore off. Woody manages to see his undressed partner, which is embarrassing. Next, we get to know about the duo's family and lifestyle. Woody comes from a family of modest means and is a well-known athlete at school, but his academic performance is lacking, and his parents are simply grateful that he is able to attend high school. They believe that he will take care of the family store soon. Nell is an intelligent student who wants to go to a big university after high school. Her parents have high hopes for her, and they think that she will become a lawyer in the future. However, she is different from Woody because she is shy and unsocial, which has resulted in her being outcast at school and having few friends. Woody and Nell often fight. They hate each other a lot. They usually get into disputes. One day, Woody was picked up by his friend Horse, but Nell missed her school bus. As a result, she is forced to walk all by herself on the way. Woody notices her and drives his friend's car past her, soaking her wet. It makes her a laughing stock because her hair puffs up like popcorn when Nell finally arrives at school. She decides to confront Woody when she arrives. However, she changes her mind because she does not want to waste her time with Woody and his arrogant girlfriend, Brianna. Nell's computer makes a lot of noise when Woody secretly types obscene things. It makes everyone in class laugh. In the next scene, the whole class will go on a field trip to a museum of Mexican culture. They will have to complete an activity in Paris. In order for Woody to pay attention, the teacher forces him to sit with Nell. As usual, the two end up fighting. They started fighting in front of an ancient statue that is believed to be a god of magic. They argued while fighting. The statue casts a mysterious spell on people at night while they are sleeping. The spell begins working when they wake up, and they find themselves trapped in each other's bodies. People who identify as the opposite gender often face challenges related to their biological differences, such as experiencing morning wood or having to eat a different meal. They're both scared, and when they meet at school, they immediately start blaming each other for the mess. They eventually agreed to play it cool until their bodies were reversed back. Initially, they both succeeded. However, they started arguing against each other as they felt their bodies were being misrepresented. Ultimately, the game ended abruptly due to their conflict. For example, Woody answers the teacher's question in a strange way, and Nell drops her food in the cafeteria. Nell performs poorly in football practice, and the coach scolded her the next day. The bodies are still swapped, and they have not reverted to their original form. Nell comes to school in her formal clothes. This makes Woody angry because he thinks she looks like a dork. Additionally, he finds out about the failed football practice from the previous day, which makes him even angrier. In revenge, he dressed up in very revealing clothing the next day and did everything he could to damage her reputation. Seeing this, the woman became enraged and ended her relationship with Woody's girlfriend, Brianna. The two people, Woody and Nell, are engaged in a conflict. As Woody drives off with a young boy named Nicky, Nell is devastated because she had been waiting for this moment to happen with a person she cared about. Woodsy is hesitant to engage in intimate activities due to his discomfort with a male partner. He chooses to back out at the last moment because he feels uncomfortable with the situation. Although Nicky became resentful, he spread false rumors throughout the school about his relationship with Nell. This scene makes Nell break down in tears in the next scene. The duo meet each other at the school corridor. Woody admits that he did not actually take her virginity and clarifies that all the rumors are false. Although Nelson is upset, Woody decides to confront Nicky and teach her a lesson. He heads to the basketball court where Nicky is practicing and attempts to punch her, but he doesn't consider that he has lost his physical strength due to his recent changes in body. Nell arrives, punches him in the face, and forces him to reveal the truth to everyone. Later, the two start to reconcile, but Woody is still worried because his football match is coming up soon. When they try to remember how their body switch occurred, they suddenly realize that they fought right next to the statue of an ancient god of sorcery. In the next scene, the duo returns to the museum and encounters the statue. Nell tries to negotiate with the statue, but she fails to get their bodies back. After they follow this path, they realize that they need to support each other in two upcoming significant events. Nell has to practice for Woody's upcoming football match. Woody has to study hard for Nell's upcoming Yale interview. If someone is strong and another person is intelligent, they believe that with time and practice, they can complete their respective tests. Nell is drinking at a party at night, while Woody is going to a slumber party with Nell's best friends. There, he hears people making fun of him, and he gets angry easily. The girls force him to get a Brazilian bikini wax, and he suffers a lot of pain during the process. The next morning, Woody approached Nell, who was still hungover from last night's excessive drinking. He took care of her, and soon they started getting close to one another. They understand each other better and work hard to pass the tests for their partner's sake and for their relationship. The night before the tests, the duo planned to attend the school party together, but not as dates. That night, they chatted with their families at dinner. They discovered that their parents had been good friends before. Although the duo had to pause their conversation due to her mother's disapproval of their association with low-ranking individuals, Nellie discovered that Woody's parents are considerate and caring people who genuinely care about their son. On the other hand, Woody learned that Nell's entire family, including her, thought his family was stupid. Enraged, he rushed out of the house and went to practice football alone. Nell tried to reach out to Woody later, but she couldn't find him at her house. She decided to look for him. Eventually, she found him practicing alone. However, an angry Woody lashed out at her, saying that he knew what she thought of him. They bickered again, but they agreed to work things out to complete their tests successfully. The following day, Woody arrived for his interview at Yale. The dean asked him about poetry. He became nervous and stumbled over his answer, making a mess of it. Although he soon started talking about his passion for modern-day poetry and rap, the dean was impressed and astonished by this young woman's passion for this art form. Woody arrived later that night and sat next to his parents. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. The opposing team was repeatedly knocking down Nell. Nell takes some time to learn the ropes, but eventually she gets the hang of things and helps her team score more points. This earns her praise from everyone, including Woody's parents. Although the comeback is not yet complete, they are still close to the opposition. The clock is running out, and Nell uses all her strength to score the final point, which ultimately crowns her team as the winner. After the game, a college recruiter who saw Nell's incredible performance offered her a future with his team. Later, the duo met and expressed their joy at the amazing experience they had just had. They also agree that if they had to be trapped in someone else's body, they would be honored to be each other's prisoner. Just then, the mystic statue began casting a spell once again. Woody and Nell finally had their bodies returned. Woody is being carried away by his team, and Nell walks in on him and Brianna kissing. Brianna is upset and storms out of the place. In the next scene, Woody tries to speak with Nell, but her mother does not allow him to come in. She calls him uneducated. Nell received a letter of acceptance from Yale University, but she was still upset about the event that happened the previous day. When she decided not to go to the school party, her father walked in and they had a conversation about Woody. Nell is in love with Woody, and her father wants her to attend the school party. A good dad like him always surprises his daughter with a beautiful dress and shoes for the party. On the other hand, Woody has reconciled with Brianna. However, it is apparent that he is not interested in her soon. They have been selected as king and queen, and they are about to dance. As they dance, Woody notices Nell in her beautiful dress. He is very much attracted to her beauty and cannot resist staring at her. He quickly approaches her, and they declare their love for each other. After they leave school, they start making out right next to their houses. Their fathers are proud and cheering for them together. The next day, Nell informed her mother that she would be taking a break from school for a year before attending her new university. Her mother is mad about the decision, but she has no other option than to accept Nell's decision. The movie ends with Nell happily climbing onto Woody's car and the couple driving away.